That's two of them, Gov. The others will probably turn up in a minute. Hang about. Punter.
Who waits in the cafe.
Oh, chummy there runs and gets the deal from Daniel Wilkins, who's safely out of our reach.
Do you think we should pick the lot up, then?
I reckon so, yeah. It's a long shot, but I think one of them will grass up Wilkins.
Well.
What's he doing here?
Weakness to it, Chris. I'd forgotten this was one of Mr. Conway's initiatives.
Glad to see you having your window fixed, Delia.
Mr. Conway.
Yeah, looks a lot better. I don't think you'd be vandalised again if you changed your clientele.
What are you doing here?
Just come to have a little talk. Got tired of waiting to hear from you.
I asked you not to come here.
Just a little talk about getting you relocated. The council is still willing to help.
Well, I'm still thinking about it, right? Now, please, leave me alone. You put me in danger when you come here.
We had a deal.
Please, leave me alone.
We have left you alone, Delia. There hasn't been a police officer in this place for months. Look, you agreed to move, and you promised to give us information about Daniel Wilkins when you did so.
But it's not easy. I've got a son, remember? Jacob doesn't want to move. There's a lot of things for me to deal with.
Yeah? Like harbouring crack runners?
I just feed people.
You make it possible, Delia. The punters wouldn't bother coming in here if they had to stand outside in the broad daylight.
You don't understand.
Oh, I think I do.
No, you don't, Mr. Conway. And if you can't wait and let me be, then I'll just have to keep what I know about Wilkins to myself.
4 of them.
4 that work for Wilkins, yeah, as far as I can tell.
The important thing is that most of them look young enough to be persuaded to talk, so...
You looking for me, Jack?
Yeah. Chris, Sally, can you give us a minute, thanks? Right, Chris Deakin wants to clear some crack runners from Delia Fisher's cafe.
Oh.
See if we can get them to talk about Daniel Wilkins.
Yeah, well, that could make things a bit difficult, Jack. You know I've been working on Delia Fisher to get her to move. She says she'll grass up Wilkins when she's safely out of there. And I've promised to stay out of her place in the meantime.
You what?
Well, I trust her, Jack. She's the one person who really can give us all the info on Wilkins.
But you don't know that. She's kept you waiting for 6 months saying she's going to be moving.
Yeah, and if you upset her, we're going to lose her.
So we'll lose her. But something's got to be done about Wilkins. And sitting on a riverbank waiting for a bite is not my way, Derek.
And I suppose banging your head against a brick wall is. Because that's what you'll be doing with Wilkins' runners. They're not going to say a thing.
Look, those people on the Abelard estate have had enough of Daniel Wilkins.
And Delia Fisher?
She's had her chance, Derek.
Oh, Steve. Sarge? Had another 2 motorbikes reported stolen. That makes it 6 in the last 2 weeks, and they're all expensive.
You want me to have a dig?
Yeah, have a look at the crime sheets, will you? It sounds like they know what they're looking for, which means they're pros. And I'll get Dave to give you a hand when he's free, yeah?
Sarge.
It was right out there.
Well, they got the keys to the van as well?
Broke into the office and took them. Joyriders just wouldn't do that, would they?
Well, stealing the keys as well is not that unusual, Mr. Razai.
Well, steal a van full of halal meat. Who on earth would want to do that? It could be animal rights people. You've had trouble before.
Well, animal rights activists are more likely to trash it than nick it.
Perhaps.
Well, if you give us the details, I'll circulate them. I'm sure it will show up.
It was being paraded around Sun Hill last night.
What?
One of my meat packers saw it driving slowly round the block twice.
These are the targets. Their descriptions and what they're wearing this morning. And this is Daniel Wilkins. Started off as a pimp. Now he employs all the runners and he's making a fortune and he'd kill to protect it.
His runners are all young, then?
Yeah, mostly.
But they could well be users, so take care.
Sally, I'll be coming with you. Extra pair of hands.
Oh, right.
Can I have a word in private? Conway doesn't want us in the cafe.
What?
Yeah.
But that's where they hang out half the time.
Well, Conway reckons that Delia Fisher will come over with information if we leave her alone.
And will she?
She's a waste of space as far as I'm concerned, Sally. A perfect cover for Wilkins' runners.
So,
you leave it to me. You handle the street outside, and I'll handle Delia Fisher.
Gov.
thinking of buying?
I'm more interested in a number of expensive bikes that have gone missing recently, Mr. Cox.
Oh.
Because you've been interested in bent bikes before, haven't you?
Oh, come on, that was years ago.
3 years to be precise, Mr. Cox. You were nicking bikes to strip down for races, as I recall, because you didn't think anyone had checked frame numbers on the racetrack.
Look, I learned my lesson, and I don't do racing no more. Strictly spectating, me.
Yeah. Still like a look around, please.
You can look anywhere.
Let's try your showroom first, shall we?
I think the van might have turned up, Dave. We've just got a possible sighting of it over on the Kinsman Waste Ground car park.
On way, Sarge.
So you don't sell Harleys, Goldwings, stuff like that?
Nah, you might as well drive a car as one of them big Nancy things. Did no one hear the alarms go off?
No, I don't think they did, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's it then, isn't it? It's an insurance fiddle. You can't afford to run a bike like that, so you flog it. And then you report it stolen.
What, 6 in 2 weeks?
Well, I don't know. But I'd have a little dicky bird with the owners if I was you.
Yeah, thanks. I might do that.
Mr. Meadows was looking for you earlier, sir.
Yeah, well, he found me, unfortunately.
These are the telehelps. They've just arrived.
The march of modern technology.
Yeah. You just push this button and it contacts the council's control room and they dial 999. Should be really useful for domestic violence cases.
Yeah, well, keep one handy. Mr. Meadows is going to need one if he spoils all the work I've been doing on the other line.
Sierra Oscar from 340.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I got the fan, Sarge. It's Mr. Azai's, all right. No immediate sign of damage.
Is his meat still there?
I don't know. It's all locked up.
Johnson from Meadows.
Yes, sir.
Any sign of the runner
You saw before.
Not at the moment. They're probably up at one of Wilkins' flats doing business.
Correction. Coffee break with Mrs. Fisher. We'll wait till I've got a punter and then we'll go.
So,
As soon as my bike was moved, that alarm would start going off.
Then why did no one hear it, Mr. Wright?
I don't know, they must have disabled it or something.
Well, it's not that easy, I understand. It takes time. And no one heard it from, what, 40 feet away?
I was at the pub. My dad said he heard something, but then he'd stopped. And you get false alarms morning, noon and night round here. You don't think I nicked it myself, do you?
Well?
I didn't own it, did I? The finance company did, so the insurance money just settles the debt.
Yeah, but you could have it hidden somewhere, couldn't you? Because I still don't understand why no one heard the alarm.
Well, that makes two of us then, doesn't it?
363 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, Steve, Sergeant Cry would like to know how you're getting on with the bike thefts. Well,
Cheers. Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
I'm not really. No one even seems to have heard an alarm.
And what about Jack Cox?
I tried his place, Sarge, but he was clean and cooperative.
Yeah, well, I suggest you have a word with his son, Simon. He's neither. We had him in recently for handling.
You're making me a happy man. Well, we do our best, Mr. Azai, but I can't see any evidence that animal activists were behind the theft.
Something wrong, officer?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Go!
Stay there. Hey, what?
Stay there. Is that it?
No, there's one inside, Gov. D.I. Johnson's sunny on that, so shut up!
D.D. Fisher.
What's going on?
D.C.I. Meadows, Sunhill. Young lad just ran in here. Reason to believe he's been selling drugs.
No, there's no one in here.
I'm certain there is.
Where are you going?
Oi! Come here! D.C.I. Meadows, Sunhill. Empty your pockets. I've reason to believe you're carrying drugs.
No, nothing.
Just do it. Right. I'm arresting him for possession of crack cocaine, Mrs. Fisher.
Jacob.
You know him?
Of course I know him. He's my son.
Beginning to stink.
So why on earth did they nick it then?
Answers on a postcard time, Sarge. Well, they obviously weren't hungry Muslims.
I'm afraid that is the way it is done, Mr.
You find a
Razai.
van full of meat and then you leave it.
Look, I did make sure it was secure. What
But
more do you want me
what's
to
the
do?
point if they have the keys?
Mr. Rouse, I'm sorry, but we cannot have an officer standing by every piece of stolen property. However, I do have some bad news about your stolen meat.
I didn't know about her son, Jack.
Well, that makes two of us.
But if he has got a habit, it might explain why Delia was prepared to cooperate this far.
This far? She's done nothing.
She's spoken to me, Jack. Even doing that could have got her killed in her situation.
Jacob's a runner.
You don't know that.
Look, while you've been trying to get her to move and grass up Wilkins, he's been earning Wilkins a fortune.
You don't know that. Let me talk to her.
He'll have to wait. She's sitting in while I interview Jacob. That's before I charge him with possession of crack at the very least.
If you do that, you're going to lose her as a possible informant forever, Jack.
Look, she's stringing you along. Her son's a runner, and she's been laughing all the way at the Ruddy Bank.
I've tried Simon Cox's flat, Sarge. No sign. Can you be a bit more specific about this garage of his?
Not really, but it's round the back somewhere, where he works on his bikes. My advice is just to follow your ears.
See what you mean.
You got the wrong guy, right? I wasn't selling.
So what were you doing with the others, then?
Just talking, right?
To Daniel Wilkins.
Never heard of him.
Jacob!
Just keep your mouth shut, right? They've got nothing.
That's where you're wrong, Jacob. We got possession of Class A drugs. And I also think that you've been running for Daniel Wilkins.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? For me to say, yeah, mister, you got me.
Talk to the man, Jacob.
Why? Daniel will protect me.
So you do know him, then?
Yeah, and he taught me the best 2 words in the British language. No comment.
Please, Jacob.
Listen, they've got nothing, right? No comment.
Jacob.
No comment, no comment, no comment. Did you get the picture?
It's crack.
He was declared fit to be interviewed, Mrs. Fisher.
I know. But he's like this when he's down from it.
Could I have a word outside, please, Mrs. Fisher?
Interview terminated at 11:59.
So you knew about your son, then, did you, Mrs. Fisher?
I knew he used... I've known for some time.
How do you feel about that?
How do you think I feel? I want him to stop with all my heart.
So why don't you help him, then, instead of watching him turn into a runner, if he's not one already?
I have tried.
Not very hard. They're doing business in your place.
Do you know Wilkins? Do you?
Well, personally, no.
He's a dangerous man. I can't afford to cross him. And my son knows him and knows I'm talking to you. I mean, Jacob knows Wilkins. Jacob knows I'm standing here with you. My hands are tied. Don't you understand? And they say the police have brains these days.
Mrs. Fisher, you could help us.
Are we finished now?
You could stop all this.
Can we go?
Would you talk to Derek Conway?
Well, it's a bug, isn't it? Can't stop once you started racing.
Chip off the old block, are you?
I don't nick my bikes, if that's what you mean.
It's an expensive hobby, though, isn't it?
It's not a hobby. I'm serious.
Yeah, of course you are. But you need money to win races these days. What pays for it all? Have a job, do you, Simon?
I help my dad out a bit.
That pays for this?
Well, yeah. And he helps me out as well, you know. He wants me to go all the way.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Have you ever seen a Yorkshire man eat humble pie?
Pardon?
I'd like you to have a word with Delia Fisher. Please.
363 from Sierra Oscar. Are you free to deal, Steve?
Just finished with Simon Cox, Sarge. Cocky little beggar he is too, real daddy's boy. He reckons Jack keeps him in expensive racing bikes. I'm beginning to wonder how, so I'm off for another word with Cox Senior.
How long are you going to be, Steve?
I'm nearly there, Sarge. I should be through with him as soon as I, Hold on a minute. I think I might have some good news for Dave. It's his van.
You found it?
Yes, Sarge. It's just sitting there. I'm going to get myself out of sight somewhere. Keep an eye on it.
Sorry to hear about Jacob.
You had to know sometime. only I could move, then maybe he'd grow out of it.
Then why don't you? Move your calf and give us some information about Wilkins.
But how? As soon as I so much as talk to you, Jacob finds out.
Jacob?
Then he goes straight to Wilkins. I cannot do anything without Wilkins finding out.
Jacob told him you were thinking of moving.
That's why I got my windows smashed in. Wilkins doesn't want me to upset his little operation.
But why didn't you tell us before?
What good would it have done? Besides, the more I talk to you, the more danger I'm in. I just hoped you'd be patient enough to wait until things got better.
I think we waited long enough, Delia.
Look, I'm sorry. I want to help you. I want to get my son out of there, but I'm not prepared to get myself killed by Wilkins.
What would you say if I told you there was a way out of all this?
Well, run it past me. I can only say no.
Wilkins will be wondering what we're playing at with his runners, right?
Yeah, of course he will.
So he's likely to go and talk to somebody who can tell him.
Mrs. Fisher.
Yeah. Well, he knows that she's going to have to come in with Jacob for the interview.
Right.
So when he visits her to find out what's happening, all she has to do is give us the nod.
Yeah, but how? I mean, she can hardly pick up the phone in front of him.
She doesn't have to. All she has to do is press a button, Jack.
Oh, here's your coffee. Now, the sugar's there, so I'll leave you to it. Oh.
Right. Thanks, Mrs. Poulter.
You deserve a medal, Steve.
Just hope you don't lose it again, Dave.
Steve?
That's Simon Cox.
You know him?
Yeah, but I didn't know he was into racing refrigerated vans. We're in business.
Excuse me? Oi!
Chair Oscar from 36 Green receiving. Chasing suspect down Gately Road, male, IC 120.
Get the keys, Steve!
There was an accident. I found the keys.
Is the van yours?
No, I was...
Well, why were you trying to open it?
I wasn't. I was...
Simon Cox, I'm arresting you for theft of a motor vehicle. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you say may be given in evidence. Sierra Oscar from 340.
Go ahead, Dave.
I've arrested Simon Cox for trying to get into the halal meat van.
Simon Cox?
Yeah, I know. Steve's just been to see him.
We're with you in a couple of minutes, Dave.
Steve's looking for the keys now. Mate has chucked them. Could you get someone to send Mr. Razai out with a spare set in case we don't strike lucky?
See what I can do, Dave.
Come on.
Conway's giving her one of these telehelp things. It's a new alert system he's trying out. So what happens is if Wilkins appears, Mrs. Fisher presses this button, then a control room dials 999, and a message comes up on our computer screen in the CAD room.
He won't know what's hit him. So what are we arresting him on? Fisher hasn't given us any info yet, has she?
No, and she won't. Not until he's safely in our custody, Tosh.
So what's the charge, sir?
Well. Like father, like son, eh?
I found it like that.
Don't give me that, Simon. This is what pays for your racing, isn't it?
Ramp and scaffolding. Very clever.
So what have you done with the meat, Simon?
Can't stand the stuff. That's why I dumped it. Don't!
Now just switch this thing off!
You can't!
That's very good insulation, isn't it, Simon?
Probably explains why no one heard the alarms go off for long.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do, Simon. I think you do.
I think it's time we gave Daddy another visit. See what he's got locked away.
I've told Mr. Razai, attorney. There's not much more I can do.
Well, tell him he'd better hurry up, or his meter start walking home on its own.
Hope he's not waiting to get his van back first.
Yeah.
I think I'll avoid takeaways for a week or two. Delia Fisher's used telehelp. I better phone DS Deacon.
CID. Right, we're on our way. Jim, Tosh.
Yeah.
Delia's used the telehelp. Sir!
We on?
We certainly are.
Find your keys, Simon. I hate to waste a good padlock. quid in here, isn't there, eh?
I had to get the money somehow.
Steve, here.
Oh, lovely. Dad, of course, denies all knowledge.
He what?
You keep out of this! You and your refrigerated van!
You've got some talking to do. I'm not going down on my own for this.
Enough!
If you weren't such a bleeding failure, we wouldn't have had to steal to get the money to race.
All right. Don't learn anything from their elders, do they?
Oh, we'll say that. Come on.
All yours, Steve.
At last. And undamaged? Yeah, the van's fine, Mr. Razai. At least something is okay. What's that noise? It's a long story.
His car ain't here no more, Gal.
You know, as we saw it this morning, it'll be long gone by now, Jim.
Well, at least we hope that's the explanation.
Hold it!
Come here! Come here!
You're wasting your time.
I'm clean.
I wouldn't say that, Wilkins.
So go on then. What are you going to arrest me for?
Derek.
Daniel Wilkins, I'm arresting you for criminal damage. That pane of glass, to be precise.
Says who?
You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence.
You do me for smashing a pane of glass?
It'll do until you're in custody. Then I expect there'll be more serious charges.
Like dealing in crack cocaine.
No one will testify against me.
Oh, they will do when you're in custody. Think about it.
Take him away. Get out, move it.
Has he gone?
Yeah, you're all right now.
He knew I'd spoken to you this morning. He thought I was responsible for getting his runners arrested. I think he would have killed me if you lot hadn't come. Yeah.
No, you keep it for the moment, Delia. You'll be safer with it.
Cheers.
So, you ready to make a statement about Wilkins now?
As soon as he's behind bars, I'll do whatever I have to get my son back to normal.
You mean move too?
No, I don't have to move now, do I? Wilkins is gone.
Yeah. Cheers, Jack.
Oh, you're an apology, Derek.
No, you don't. If you hadn't stirred things up, we wouldn't find out about Jacob and why Delia was holding back on me.
Yeah, but even so.
Look, let's just call it different ways, yeah? Of skinning a very deserving cat.